Hey everybody, it's Ryan Hodge, broker owner at the Realty Firm, and this is another edition of the No Secret Agents podcast. Today we are in Oxford County, where once again we look to showcase some of our great members, who they are, what they do, what they're all about, and we aim to serve and support them, their clients, and also the real estate community as a whole. Today, I'm truly honored to welcome our 2024 number one individual agent and multiple winner of that coveted award in the past, Holly McIntyre. Holly, welcome.
Woohoo! Thank you, Ryan.
You're welcome.
It's a pleasure.
Tell me a little bit about your journey inside of real estate. How long have you been in real estate? How'd you get started? Why'd you get started?
Okay, so lots of questions there. I'll start with the first one. I have been selling real estate since 2008, so that would make it 17 years this July, which is incredible. It's hard to believe that it's been that long. And ever since I was a teenager, I always wanted to sell real estate. When I was younger, my father passed away when I was very young, and my mom had to sell her house to make ends meet. And the realtor who listed the house also bought the house.
Yeah.
And sold it a few months later for quite a bit more money than what it was purchased for. And I always thought that was really wrong because my mom was a widow at the time. And I thought, I'm going to sell real estate and make things right and do the ethical thing. And that has always sort of sat in the back of my mind. I don't talk about that very much, but that was one real reason. I just wanted to make things right because I thought that was unfair for that realtor to take advantage of a widow when my mom really needed the money.
That's the story I did not know.
Yeah, I don't. So there you go. So that's a little secret of mine.
Okay.
So
Oxford County is the second market the Realty Firm entered. We're in 5 markets now. But we have, definitely a great group of folks here. And we talk a lot about community. And I've mentioned it in some of the other episodes with members that I love the community of London, but smaller community, there's something different about it. Oxford County as a whole is a community. I know that you sell in all of Oxford County, but you've got a very high focus in Ingersoll. So
yes,
tell me about the Ingersoll community.
I am a strong believer in supporting local. I have a little office, which you're aware, I don't know if everybody knows. I took the leap, and the Realty Firm gave me that opportunity to have my own little boutique satellite office for the Realty Firm on the main street in Ingersoll. And it was a huge thing for me to leave a past team that I had established with another brokerage and set up this all on my own. Huge fear. Stepped right into it and don't regret it to this day. Like, it was the best move I ever did, moving to the Realty Firm. I love the support I have, but for community, it gives me a face front in town. So I have flyers in my window. People stop by and look in the window, see what I have listed. I really love to support local too. So I always, will do fundraisers or give away gift cards, or I used to give away pumpkins around Halloween. I do grocery card giveaways, just anything around certain times of the year, just to give back a little bit and help my community out.
You've seemed very entrenched in the community as long as I've known you anyways. I
don't post about it because I'm a very private person, and it's very hard for me to even sit here today.
I know.
So if I'm going all red in the face, that's why. I'm very nervous about that. But the things I do from my heart, and I don't like to post that. I'm just very humble about that, I guess.
For sure.
Yeah, I like to help people, but I don't post about it.
No. And so let's talk about that for a second, because there's a lot that's certainly changed since you and I got licensed the same year.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
And so there's a lot that's changed inside of the real estate environment with how people do business. And, I'm a big advocate of social media myself. But I think that there's a purpose and an intention with what I do. where in many cases I don't think that that's necessarily the case. So you see a lot of new agents that are dancing around on TikTok or, just list with me, buy with me. And what I'm saying, or what I guess the point that I'm getting at is you don't do that, but you continually have this tremendous success without doing that.
Right.
So what's the difference? Like, what's the key, to your success? Because you clearly, keep having year after year success
Yes.
without doing all the things that I think that people are thinking that they need to do right now.
And that's, I think you just have to find what's comfortable for you. And for me, I really, my clients are my family. They really are my family. And I treat them like royalty. Like I service them. They come before me in a lot of my time. So I work 7 days a week, and my clients always come first. And I think that's important to think with your heart with them. And I also I always get to know my clients as well, and I put them behind any name on a transaction. Do you know what I mean? They're not just a name.
Yeah.
They are a real person, and they become one of my family. And so I tend to get a lot of referrals, and I think it's because of that. I don't know exactly what it is, but I do get a lot of referrals because I do treat people very well. Like, that's my job. So,
I think a lot of real estate agents don't really understand the proximity that we give to people at all times. When we're really engaged in this business and we're doing this at a high level, which you do, like, you're always on. And so to me, that's something that, is kind of a misconception about real estate agents that, we list a house, we sell a house, it's done.
yeah.
There's a lot that goes on before, during, and after.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm grateful that you have to be careful, and it's a balancing act between family and career. And so years ago, like in 2012, my daughter went through a tragic illness. Like, she had osteosarcoma. And again, I don't know if a lot of people know that, but I really had to work hard because, of course, when you sell real estate, you work for yourself and you don't get paid. I don't, if I go off on leave for 9 months, I don't get paid. I have to still continue to work. So I think it helps having a lot of support. So, and my family is huge for that. So my husband was able to leave work, and we took shifts, staying with my daughter at the hospital, but still it's a balancing act, and it's really hard. It was really tough to do, but you have to find a way to kind of balance it between work, family, and to stay healthy too.
For sure.
Because you'll burn out. Like, if you don't balance, you will burn out.
Yeah. And I think it's crucial to have that support, especially in the immediate family. And I, as a broker, I often hear, somebody comes in, they get into real estate, or maybe they switch brokerages, and their spouse or, the kids are not understanding, what it really takes.
Yep.
Without that, it's very challenging to make one or the other work.
Yep, totally.
Yeah.
It's a constant challenge.
So through this, changing times, different time that we've had in the world over the last 5 years and continually.
Interesting time to be alive.
Yeah, you and I could chat about that all day long, right? How do you stay focused, motivated, like inspired when things are so up and down, uncertain, all the rest?
Good question. I am very much an energy guru. I don't know if that's the right thing to say or not, but I meditate. I try to stay positive in anything that comes my way. So there was a time last year, in 2024, that I wasn't selling anything for 5 months. And I went, okay, I got to do something to change this up, because this is not like me. And so I had to do a lot of soul searching. And Holly, you look at what you've done in the past, you can do this again. Like, get out there, start doing stuff, getting exposure, giving away gift cards, do whatever you can to give yourself exposure, to let people know you're here if they need help. Right. And So I started sending postcards out. I'm known as the recipe card lady in Ingersoll
Yeah.
because, and I've been doing this for years, but people keep those cards.
Yeah, totally.
So and they go, I don't know, you're the recipe card lady. And I'm, well, that's right. They don't know my name, but they remember me as the
Right.
recipe card lady. So yeah, just anything you can do. And I start doing that. And, things just started lifting. I hired an assistant full time, which was another scare factor for me. And I thought, I got to do it. I got to step into that fear again and just make it happen. And it did. And then look what happened. My last
Look at
half
what
a year
happened.
just exploded. I was so busy and came to the top.
I love it.
Fought my way back.
And I mean, after, a year that was a tough year in 2023, right? 2024 starts off slower like that.
Yeah.
And then boom, like number one again. Like that's a great story of resiliency. And I know that we get focused on awards and things like that. But I think that sometimes recognition's important. Recognize our own efforts, self-appreciation, things like that. And of course, it's an attribute of serving your clients along the way. When you look at the market right now, what are your thoughts on it? Is it a good time to buy, sell? Like, what's your take for your clients right now? Because it's different.
Yeah, I think it's always a good time to buy. I think it's important for young kids starting out, and I love working with first-time home buyers. I'm like their mom. That's how I always take them under my wing and take care of them and help them along the way, because it's buying a home is your biggest investment. And if you can do that, you're all set. And you just try and keep that house for as long as you can, because that'll be your nest egg when you retire or years down the road. You can take equity out of the home. It's always your best investment. So anytime is a good time. Just make it happen.
Great attitude.
Yeah.
I talked a little bit earlier today about it's funny how people use social media. Like an agent will be on LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, like TikTok, all of it. But then come offer time, they'll just email you an offer without saying anything. Like the communication in this business has changed so much, especially with newer agents. Are you finding like that's the case in Ingersoll, Oxford County as well at times?
I am such an old school person.
Yeah.
Like I love dealing with face to face. I like talking to people. I like to actually pick up the phone and talk to an agent.
Same.
And if I'm sending an offer to somebody, I usually will give them a quick text to give them a heads up that I've just, meeting with my clients this morning. I'm going to have an offer for you. Communication is huge. And when you don't get that, whatever I can do to help make a transaction smooth, communication is part of it. And when you work with another agent and then they know how you work, they like, Holly, it's been a pleasure. I look forward to doing another deal with you. And because they know how you work. And you find that one agent who works just like you, and it's gold. And it helps everybody. It helps our buyers. It helps our sellers, because we work well together, right? Like it's all communication. Just send an offer and people are driving for 2 hours. They don't even know they got an email. They don't know it's sitting in their box, right? You have to.
I think it's such a lost art right now. Like it's even the negotiation piece. And so I often wonder why. We had Karen Sutherland that was on earlier. She was talking about, what she didn't realize about real estate was like the business side of it, as she got her license. Like that you're going to have to not only operate your sales business, but like operate like an entrepreneur or business. And I wish that they would talk about, the importance of communication more in like some of the courses that we take, that a new agent doesn't come out and get started on that foot, because I don't think that it's in their best interest of their clients.
No, I agree. My daughter's actually going through she's shadowing me at the moment. I don't know if that was a question you had for me or not, but do you want me to stop talking?
No.
Or I can talk about it.
Yeah, talk about it.
She is a mini me, so I'm super excited that she is now getting her real estate license and shadowing me and learning. So she's green coming into this and learning everything. It's going to be a new adventure, and I'm looking to have some support and have somebody help me. and
Sure.
I want to retire. I'm
Yeah.
getting up there in age. All these young ones coming in, and over 100 of them, right, at the Realty Firm, and
wild.
I'm fighting to stay in the top 10, and I'm not a young gal anymore, so I'm pretty proud of myself for being up there. Hopefully, I can stay in the top 10 this year too.
I would think that
We'll see what happens.
I would think you're on track, my friend.
Yes, so good.
What do you wish that more buyers and sellers knew before they started the process?
First of all, to be pre-approved,
Yeah.
because it's important that they know they can afford a house and to get all their ducks in a row.
Yeah.
And that's the first thing I say to them. Have you been to a bank? Get all that ready to go, and then I'm happy to help you get
Sure.
out there and make it happen for you.
Love it. What does the rest of 2025 have in store for Holly McIntyre?
Oh, I'm excited. Lots of good stuff coming. Like I said, my daughter helping me. I'm my stage. So I've always worked on my own, but I do have people who help me
Yeah.
do the things I do. Like I've hired a stager full time who's on my team. So when we list a home, we always stage it. And
Okay.
the staging costs, I believe, helps to increase the value of what a seller gets in return. So I believe in it 200%. That's why I brought a stager onto my team,
Yeah.
and we stage homes, and it's paid for by me, because that's how much I believe. I not just putting it on the seller, I pay up front for it. So
That's
it's
an
one of the
investment.
one
Yeah.
of the services that I provide when you list your home with me.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big undertaking,
So
especially
I
with.
have an assistant full time helping as well. So when I'm not around, someone else is there. You're going to get help from somebody.
Cool. So big things, bright things ahead.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. Well, it's been an honor to have you here, spending some time.
It wasn't as bad as I thought.
I hope
Kinda
not.
warmed up there near the
I
end.
think that this got pretty darn
It
good.
did. That's all good.
So I appreciate you and all that you do and who you are. Everybody, another episode of the No Secret Agent podcast at the Realty Firm. Honored to have Holly McIntyre spend some time. Holly, where's the best place for people to find you if they're buying or selling or want to learn more about you? Is it phone, website? We'll put the information up
Well,
for
you
sure.
won't find me a lot on video on social media, that's for sure. But you're welcome to pop by and visit me at my little office in Ingersoll at 153 Thames Street South.
Perfect.
Yeah. Someone's always in there from Monday to Friday, 9 to 3. And if you can't get me there, just call me on my cell phone or text me. Yeah. Check out
Awesome.
my website, connect, and yeah.
We'll get your contact info up for sure.
Sounds good.
Another episode of the No Secret Agents podcast, where we look to serve, lead, and inspire others inside and outside of the real estate community. Stay tuned for our next episode.